I just got feedback on music that I delivered to a music library on my latest batch of tracks, and it was not good. There were a lot of corrections. It wasn't small stuff either. And in that moment, I was thinking, did I just ruin this possible long-term opportunity? My name is Jason Dowdy, and I've been a producer for over 20 years, and I finally decided to try to make a go of it, to make a living being a producer. So if you want to follow that journey, I'm trying to do it in 3 years. You can subscribe to this channel or just follow the hashtag #MusicIsTheDayJob. Okay, so I sent in my deliverables. I got the email back, and I was like, all right, cool, we're good to go. We're ready to rock. But when I got them back, there were a lot of notes, like a lot. I had stems that weren't matching the length. I had, some of them had 3 dB of headroom, some of them didn't. Naming conventions were wrong on a couple of things. The stems didn't sum to -3 dB. There were a lot of different things, right? A lot of things wrong. I thought I'd put in some pretty good safeguards to make sure that my deliverables were accurate and on time and all of those things. They were on time, but they definitely weren't accurate. I knew better, but I rushed it, and it showed. And I got that sinking feeling. Did I just become one of those producers that this music library can't trust and will never work with again? This is where most people spiral, and I almost did too. All right, so after the panic wore off, right, I decided not to get defensive. I decided to get better. So what I did was I created a brand new process where they provided me a perfectly good checklist. So I put that checklist into a Notion doc. After I uploaded all of my files, I re-downloaded them, and then I just put myself in the shoes of the person that's going to be reviewing it, right? The person that works for the music licensing company. I download them. I go through each checklist. First of all, do all of the full-length versions and the stems match in duration, right? Are they the same exact length? Number 2, I look at the versions and I double check. Is there not too much silence at the beginning or no silence at the beginning? And does the ring out at the end, is it 2 to 3 seconds or less? Then I look at my files and I say, okay, are they exactly 30, 15, and 60-second lengths for those versions? I look at the instrumentation of the full mix versus the underscore mix versus the narrative mix and make sure that everything lines up in the spreadsheet and double check that. Long story short, I put together this list to make sure everything was 100% accurate before sending them in. One other thing that I did was I decided to not send it in the same day. So I go through everything, I make sure it's as accurate as possible, then I sleep on it, right? Then I go back the next day, I download the files like I am the person at the music licensing company, I drag them into sessions, I double check everything one more time, so that I have a fresh mind and I have fresh eyes and fresh ears, and only then am I going to send those in. Listen, mistakes happen, right? It happens to all of us, but don't let that define your career. What you do next is what defines your career. So I followed up, I fixed every note, I went through everything more than once, made sure everything was accurate before sending it back in. I stayed professional, I stayed prompt, and I didn't let shame drive me away. And that is how you keep doors open, and that is how you grow. The key to sync, and probably the key to life for that matter, is showing up better every time. All right, so if you've ever felt like you've messed up a deliverable and you feel like you blew it, you haven't. Learn from it, improve your system, and keep showing up. Because consistency, that's what builds careers. Now, this particular sync deal was a $3,000 deal with upfront fees, plus I'm going to get back-end royalties on that. If you want to learn how I landed that deal and how I got into sync music in the first place, maybe you're a music creator yourself and you want to learn all about that, join me in the Sync Producer Hub. If you want to learn more about that, just write the word sync, S-Y-N-C, in the comments and watch the next video.